One day I was preaching, and somebody came to me, and when he came to me, he was very angry. He told me, hey, stop this, just throw the Bible away. There's no power in this book. This book was brought in by the white man to deceive us. Why are you using this book? You're wasting your time. You Christians are wasting time. I was like, who? So I realized that no, my brother was arguing, which can be described as argumentum ad ignorantium. He was arguing without having knowledge. He was ignorant on what he was saying. Of course, we are all not happy when we watch movies about slave trade. We all don't like it when we watch or we read histories about what happened to our ancestors. Yes, nobody liked it. Look at when they were kept in the dungeon, that there was poor ventilation. They were crumpled, and then it came a point that our ancestors on the ship, whilst they were going, some of them were thrown overboard and they drowned in the sea and died. Nobody is in support of that. But my brother, what kind of Bible did they bring? They brought a Bible based on their business, the Negro Bible or the slave Bible. But what is it different from the original Bible? I want us to dive deep a little bit. Hold on here. When the white men came to Africa, they didn't go to the land to capture us. It was our powerful men, our leaders, our kings, who captured our ancestors and sold them to the white people, that they enslaved them. Was it all the white people? No, it was some white people. And we all know about the Abolition Right Protection Society. They were also fighting against slave trade. Even if there might be black in it, still there were some white men in it. That slave business was no good. What about this got to do with the original Bible? I want us to deal with something. Dealing with the original Bible and the Negro Bible, I want us to check some differences. Checking the original Bible, the first book in the original Bible is Genesis, and the last book is Revelation. The original Bible contains 1,189 chapters when you deal with the King James Version. And the first book, which is Genesis, in the original Bible was written around 1445 BC. And the last book of the original Bible was written around AD 96. Now, this is it. The Negro Bible was written and produced around 1807 by Law and Gilbert, and that was a plan of Beilby Porteus, who was a bishop in the Church of England. Now, they took some Bible verses from the original Bible and they used eisegesis and they piled them together so that the slave will be obedient to their masters. Now, they omitted all the Bible verses that also speak against the slave trade. God is not in support of slavery. It was human being and our sins that made slave trade to occur. Even during the 1st century or before the birth of Christ, the Israelites, when they were enslaving themselves, it was the poor Israelites availing themselves for the rich Israelites so that they will enslave them, and then out of their slavery they will work for them and they will receive salary to support their survival syndrome. And God didn't want them to be treated bad, so he gave the rules backing that if you kill a slave, this is what should happen to you. If you maltreat a slave, this is what should happen to you. Friend, the original Bible is different from the Negro Bible. Don't confuse yourself. There was the Bible. Sometimes before you argue, I do tell people that, why don't you start from the beginning? Before the white man came to Africa, was there any Bible? Now, this slave Bible, where are you going to find some? There are only 3 pieces in the whole world. We have one in Washington, D.C. That is the Bible Museum. And then we have 2 in London. And all these Bibles, they are even undergoing some great research in it. So the original Bible was written so many years ago, before the slave trade Bible. That is the Negro Bible. I want to tell you, brother, the slave Bible or the Negro Bible is different from the original Bible. It's like today, there are some people who are using the same Bible, but they are misinterpreting scriptures based on their own personal gain. The same thing they also did. That has nothing to do with the original Bible. Somebody can use Matthew chapter 3 verse 8 and interpret it wrongly. Another person too will use it and interpret it according to how God wants it to be spoken to man. I want to tell you, don't be deceived, brother. The original Bible is different from the slave Bible. Yes, of course, we are all not in support of the slave trade. But I want to tell you that, please, be patient and learn. Read histories and don't be deceived by people, because one day God is going to judge you based on whatever you have gone through. God richly bless and enlarge your territory. Thank you very much.